The 2026 Formula One season opener at the Australian Grand Prix in Melbourne delivered shocking drama even before the race officially began. Local hero Oscar Piastri, driving for McLaren, crashed out of the race on his way to the starting grid, ending his home Grand Prix before the lights even went out. The Australian Grand Prix is one of the most iconic races on the Formula One calendar. Held at the Albert Park circuit in Melbourne, it traditionally attracts huge crowds and intense excitement, especially when an Australian driver is competing at the front of the grid. In 2026, expectations were particularly high because Oscar Piastri had shown impressive pace throughout the weekend. During the practice sessions leading up to the race, Piastri looked extremely competitive. In fact, he even topped one of the practice sessions, raising hopes that he could deliver a strong result in front of his home crowd. The atmosphere around the circuit was filled with excitement as fans believed the McLaren driver could challenge for a podium or even a victory. Qualifying also went well for Piastri. He secured 5th place on the starting grid, which positioned him strongly for the race. With a competitive car and strong pace throughout the weekend, many analysts believed he had a real chance to fight for a top finish once the race began. However, everything changed just minutes before the start of the race. About 40 minutes before lights out, drivers began their reconnaissance laps. This lap allows drivers to leave the pit lane and drive around the circuit once before lining up on the starting grid. It helps them check track conditions, tire temperatures, and prepare their cars for the race start. During this reconnaissance lap, Piastri lost control of his McLaren while exiting a corner. Reports indicate that the car locked up under braking and slid toward the barrier. The car then spun across the track and hit the wall at Albert Park, causing serious damage to the front of the vehicle. The crash destroyed the front wing and damaged the right front wheel of the McLaren. Because of the damage, the team was unable to repair the car in time for the race start. As a result, Oscar Piastri was forced to retire before the race even began. Fortunately, the driver himself was unharmed. After the crash, he climbed out of the car and walked back to the pit safely. However, the emotional impact was clear. For a driver competing in his home race in front of thousands of Australian fans, being eliminated before the race even started was devastating. The crowd at Albert Park reportedly fell silent after the crash. Many fans had come specifically to support Piastri, hoping to see him perform strongly on home soil. Instead, the race weekend ended in disappointment for both the driver and the local audience. McLaren team principal Zak Brown later explained that the team did not immediately know what caused the accident. Engineers plan to analyze the telemetry and data after the race to understand whether the crash was caused by driver error, tire temperature issues, braking problems, or other technical factors. The incident was especially surprising because Piastri had shown excellent pace earlier in the weekend. In practice sessions he looked confident and comfortable with the car, which made the sudden crash even more shocking for fans and commentators. The crash also had an impact on McLaren's race strategy. With Piastri out of the race, the team had to focus entirely on defending champion Lando Norris, who became the team's only remaining driver in the race. In Formula One, moments like this highlight how unpredictable motorsport can be. Even before a race begins, small mistakes or unexpected mechanical issues can instantly